Hello, yeah. This is another devlog update video for the game that I'm working on, Neko Quest. So this time we were working on combat, enemies, AI, these kind of things, and I'll just show you what's going on. So let's start out with just a basic enemy here, the undead Neko, of course. And those of you who know this is from will understand. So it moves around, it follows you. I'll explain this in a second. I changed the info panel, I'll show this off in a second too. But anyway, the combat we have right now is you press spacebar and you attack. That's basically what we got. So you can see you attacked it for 26, there, nice damage there. Did we defeat it even? Yeah, fainted, yeah, we got it. Sorry, the chat's blocking there. Oh, it's broken. And so if we get like a good like generation here, yeah, you can see they actually like pathfind, yeah. Beat him up there, yeah, very nice. Okay, let's show off some of the other enemies. There's not many right now, they're mostly just proofs of concepts. That's just like basic enemy. Next one we got, of course, classic, the Neko. And the AI for this kind of like tries to juke you. So the thought here is if you try to throw a projectile, it'll try to dodge you. So you see it kind of goes in like a sideways, like wavy kind of path before it gets to you. Oh, I attacked twice, nice. See, it kind of like moves around and then it goes for you. So you see these things here. You saw attack twice. And you also saw blocked. Yeah. Man, this is a tough one. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll explain this in a second. Don't let me forget. Okay, and then oh, we already did this one. Here we go. And this is probably the most complex one, the Nekomancer. And so what it does is it tries to stay at a certain distance away from you, and it'll also spawn minions of the undead Nekos from earlier. So if you see, if we just wait a bit, it'll just hang out and then, oh, it spawned a minion. Take that out, and it spawned another one. And I think it keeps spawning them if we just keep taking it out. And it's kind of hard to actually approach it. You have to just be lucky that it walks in your line of sight, then you can attack it. But it seems to be pretty weak. Yeah, the stats for enemies aren't super in right now. They're just kind of randomly generated. Don't tell anybody. Here's the final enemy. I was just working on this now. So this is the thief. So there's a chance to spawn a trap. So enemies can now use items. So you see, did we show inventory last time? Yeah, we did. I think we changed this maybe a little bit. Anyway, so we have the trap. This is the item I added, so it'll hang out for a few turns. Let's get rid of him first. And then you see it's disappeared. It's really hard to see this like kind of like gray here. But if we walk on it, it'll say, yep, trap attacked you. You took damage from the trap, yeah. And so we, of course, can also place traps. So say we want to get them by surprise, do that. Wait, what just happened? Place the trap. Trap attack, trap. Oh, wait. I never expected that. Okay, so check it out. Wait, trap fainted. Wait, that's not... Let's check out the log here. Oh yeah, so I placed a trap. So I placed the trap here. He placed it. Can you see my mouse? Yeah, I think you can. And then the traps killed each other because they're both entities. That's unexpected, but I actually kind of like it. Because the point of traps is they're supposed to hit everything. So let's just get rid of this guy for now. So the whole point is that a trap, once you place it, it's there, you see it, but then it's gone. It's still there. It's like a very light gray. It's like very hard to see. It seems a little easier to see on stream. Maybe it depends on your contrast. Yeah. But so even if it's our own trap, if we walk on it, we'll take damage. Where'd my mouse go? We will take damage from it. Yeah. Okay, that's all. That's enough with that. So here's the new UI we got. Before we had a side panel and a full panel explaining sort of everything, like detailed stats. Why am I so in frame? Move over a little. Yeah, so it explained sort of like a more info. So you see for this one was info, right? So it says HP 100 out of 100 mana. So it tells you a little more information, like facing directions, but like what I realized is like you don't really need this because like stats, like it shows you the stats already. Why would you need to see them again? What would you want to do on this screen more than the side panel? And if there is something, why would you need the side panel in the first place, right? Why would you need to see your stats in the middle of a battle? Wouldn't you more want to see, you know, your max HP, or your current HP rather, the direction you're looking, since currently there's no other way to tell? Possibly forever there'll not be a way to tell. I don't know, what do you want me to change the sprite? It's text. I only have so many letters here. Anyway. Yeah, so now it just always shows your information. You see your stats, and you see the big panel for everything. So you got stats, inventory, from which you can look at information. So let's see, like sword, also like your sprite. I think we showed this last time. Description, its own stats. And I also need, I've still been debating whether to make these color. It was kind of hard on the eyes in the side menu, so I just left them black and white for now. Let me know what you think. Okay, equipment. None of this has changed. Information. I might just remove this since we already have it here. And then this new screen, magic. So let's get a new enemy. Let's get our Necromancer back. Love that one. If we can, there we go. So now it's in range and in line of sight. So west, left, we're looking this way, and we can magic. Let's do, yeah, fireball. Hoit. Just blocked. Wait, you can block magic? What? Okay, so let's look at the log. Oh, and we have the log panel here. So it's just expanded to the bottom one, since usually, like, even with one spacebar, it already fills the log, so you can't read it all. So I added this, but the problem is the log here goes all the way to the edge. This one is only this long, so it kind of cuts off, and I wasn't really sure how to fix that. If y'all have ideas, please let me know. If I need to like shrink it, I don't know. And making it loop was like a math nightmare, so I just gave up. I think this is fine because it gives you the gist of it, right? It's like fireball hit the enemy. Do you need to know how much it hit it for? Like, are you gonna be tracking like numbers down to the ones and whatever's like probably not. Maybe you are. Maybe I should. I don't know. Also, this is an issue where it's like native 2-line thing that you see like, oh, I can't show you, can I? No, I can't show you that. But in the bottom here, it says the message exceeds the screen width, and so it loops. But it's technically an error, and so I want to make that not happen ever, and just make it do this always, just a dash, like no loop. It just doesn't, took no da, and it says damage, but you wouldn't know that when it's blocked off. Anyway, that's the fireball, and so now if we see you cast it again, it should hit. So see, you cast fireball, hits the Necromancer, it took damage. Hits the undead Neko also, so it's AoE damage, and it also, or no, it didn't take damage, it blocked. Okay, screw me, I guess. Okay, let's see what other, is it still in my sight? Yeah. So we also have Snowball, just has one enemy. Necromancer, that thing's tanky. And then we have some, here, let's get rid of these guys, because I think our spells are over here. Oh, I'm bugged. There we go. So now we can create walls. So we can create these sort of little bases here, which I thought was really cool. I don't know if there's any point to doing this because it seems kind of tedious, but you could, in theory, block yourself off from enemies and like shoot magic through the wall, or shoot like a ranged weapon to hit them from afar or something. We can also get rid of them if like an enemy maybe does this at some point. I'll show the AI in a second, but yeah, in theory, the AI could do anything a player can do. You can like tunnel through the wall here, but it uses all our mana, so not out of mana. Let's see what's other, heal. It heals you. What do you want me to say? And then reveal traps. So now, if we set a trap and then it's like, oh no, we lost it. Where did the trap go? You can look, reveal traps, and there it is. And now it's like permanently, semi-permanently revealed. So the theory is that if you're in like a dungeon or whatever, you're gonna want to cast this before entering a hallway, which could be filled with traps, and you would know, right? And so right now I make it so you can't even walk into them. You see, I can't actually go into it. But if they're not revealed, you can. So as for the pathfinding, it's a little hacky, but I also kind of like it. Because otherwise the thought was like to make it using the cost and pathfinding algorithm. Anyway, that's what it is for now. We also can't walk on them, which I think is good, because it's like you don't want to walk on a trap. Of course, you can also soft lock yourself. Maybe, can we like, this probably wouldn't work. Yeah, oh, enemy in the way. So yeah, it doesn't actually let us. I need to like disarm trap spell. Actually, wait, that would be a good idea. Anyway, okay, what else do we have? We show off all the enemies. I guess I can show off the AI system. It's not super, here. Let's show this here. So here's the AI base. We have an AI move sort of type that we return from update. And then the enemy will actually use this for its move. So it'll say, okay, we're gonna do nothing this turn, or we're gonna move. Yeah, obviously they're self-explanatory. I have the pathfinding in here. I don't know if it needs to be here. It may have to be somewhere else, but it's fine for now. So anyway, the way the AIs work is, well, sort of basic ones. So like, let's see, approach AI. It'll walk towards the player, and that's it. Why is this here? This is useless. Never do this, kids. Yeah, so we get any entity info, which is the same as info. I guess I never showed the code before. That's not the right info. It's this info here. So it gives us access to like the global state, just because I don't want to make it like actually global. And the AI info is stuff about yourself. So it's like your inventory, your position. That's actually it. Yeah, so we're next to the player, do nothing. And this is the pathfinding here. So it'll return a move to the next tile we need to go to. And then the cool thing with the AIs here, so now we can combine them. So say we have the approach AI, right? With the attack AI, attack when you're next to the player. And then we have approach and attack AI, which it combines, sort of inherits the previous two AI, I guess composes the previous two AI would be the better term for it. And so it'll approach and then attack, which seems basic, but we can do some complex stuff here. So for example, the Juke AI has an approach AI, an approach and attack AI, and then a random move that it all combines in here to create the behavior that we see in the Sneko, right? So that's this sort of like compositional like AI setup I have here. For inventory items, it's just random right now, but I'm thinking we can do a lot with using items like strategically within these AIs, and also using them in a way such that it makes sense. So like approach the player, place a trap, back away type deal, right? Anyway, that's enough of that. And I think with that, is that everything? What else do we make? Let's check. Let's make sure. Magic, items, enemies. That's all we did. We've made it to the end. Thanks for sticking around. I guess that's all we got. If you have any feedback on what's going on so far, specifically the log here, I don't know what to do with this. Do I just leave it? Do I fix it? Because it's kind of weird and it cuts off. I don't want to make the side panel show the whole screen. I still want to have this visible always. And then stat screen, what do we do here? Do we level up and upgrade them? I don't know. Inventory is fine, I think. Equipment screen, what do you do? Do you like power up your, do you de-equip? Like what would you want to do in this screen? Info screen I may just remove. I think magic screen is fine. Maybe it could be cool. Maybe I could stylize it up instead of just having a list, but that's all we got for now. Yeah, enemies in combat, it's still pretty basic, but I'm gonna keep adding on to it as we go. So it'll be more and more cool stuff. It'll be like, oh, you know what would be cool? This kind of enemy. I'll add it, right? I now I have just the framework for that setup. Oh, I guess I never explained blocking. Here, I'll do that real quick. So the way blocking works, I think that's an entity here. Yeah. So we have in attack, you attack the enemy, right? You have a chance for multi-hit based on dex. You have a chance at block, that is somewhere else, maybe in deal damage. Yeah, block. And so it's like the greater your block chance, the greater rate of blocking more damage that you do. Is that right? Something along those lines. Or that's what I want it to do eventually. Right now I think it just blocks it completely. But yeah, anyway, I want the stats to like be meaningful. I don't want to deal 1 extra damage every third turn. You know, I want it to be like you blocked the entire attack. You know, you dealt like 5 hits in once. You know, that kind of thing. I think that would be way cooler than just. I feel like other stat systems feel like you get lost in them. You know. Anyway, that was why the other enemy blocked, is because it was based on my stats being. My like strength being too low and damage being too low, and its defense was like probably really high, just randomly generated. Okay, anyway, glad I explained. Hopefully I didn't forget. I think that was the last thing. Anyway, that is it. That's actually it this time. Next time we're gonna be working on, or I guess from now on, we're gonna be working on like the map, I think, like land generation. I was thinking about it. I was playing, or not playing around, but like thinking around, in my mind. I was thinking about it. Like, should it be a static map or a randomly generated map? Again, if you have any thoughts on this, please say something. I think right now the thought is to do a hybrid approach, but it may end up being completely randomly generated depending on how things go. So that's the thought. Yeah, how do we want to interact with the world is the general question I'm hoping to answer in the next devlog. So hope you stick around for that. Thanks for sticking around to the end of this, and I'll see you next time. Anyway, bye ya.